what we have here is two different levels of liquidity in between. 9:30 open just came, so here comes some volatility, and we're gonna see what we can get out of that. Now, preferably, that high up there is London high / previous day low, so I may sell at that region. Just give me a second to confirm. I think I will sell once we pierce it. Maybe if I get a confirmation entry, it might melt without the confirmation entry, but we've just pierced the level. Let me make sure I can actually even put a position on. Hold on. Unlock this. Let it set it run a little bit. Let's see if this is feasible. Crossing London high. I want to see a lower time frame reason to get in for a trade. A failure to close above a wick would be great. That is an example of that right there. So I think I will take a short. 5 points to the stop, and then targeting 5 points.
Order filled. Order filled.
See if we can get some lower price action based on hitting that previous day high level / London high level. Floating 2 points in profit. I'm going to move my stop down. I don't mind choking out this trade based on the level. I want to see that once this closes, unless we're going to use that fair value gap, then this trade is really bad actually. I tightened the stop, so let's see what happens. See if we can get a bit lower. I was expecting us to go a little bit further down. If I could go break even, may want to close this. Oh, it looks like it's working. Hi Bryson, what's up? His food is under that tray. This isn't looking too good. There's still a possibility because we closed below, but I was expecting follow through sooner. May take an L on this position. Let's see. Yep, it looks like we're reacting off that fair value gap. Let's find a position that was a loss.
Order filled.
Loss.
Order filled.
Alright, down about 2 points, 2.5 points. Yep. Once it failed to follow through, that made me very hesitant for that position. Let's see. So we're gonna wait for another setup. Oh, it looks like this might be another setup. Sell here. Maybe I should.
Order filled. Order filled.
I like how we swept those highs, and then I like how we're still at that previous day high, London high level. We created some internal liquidity to target, so let's see if we can target that liquidity. Preferably maybe going to midnight open or London low, maybe the 8:30 line as well. Let's see if we can return back down to those levels. If I had my original stop, wouldn't have taken a loss, but
order filled. Order filled.
Stops above the highs for about a little less than 5 points. Let's see if the price will run. Looks like it's running. I'm gonna enter one more contract. Oh, that may have backfired on me. Let's see if we can get some follow through. Looked like we were gonna get some follow through. Come on. I'm gonna close out these, just the ones that can recover. Let it recover.
Order filled.
Okay, close.
Order filled.
Alright. Actually, I closed out the full position flat. Close all. Alright, so we mitigated the drawdown. We got a winner. We're up about 3 points on pretty much all accounts, I assume. Let me just double check. Some of these may have had an error. It looks like we had a slight error in a few of them. Let me just make sure my settings are correct. But again, that trade was based on A+ setup. It's based on previous day high being swept. So we entered that. We closed prematurely because we initially had some drawdown that we wanted to recover. My new rule of thumb is recover the drawdown. I'm not playing about recovering any of the drawdowns anymore. I want to make sure that I consistently recover the drawdowns because price seems to always come back to a level. So let me just double check the other accounts really quickly. So we have there was like an issue with at least the take profit trader, I think. I wanted to see what it went. I think for some reason the take profit trader didn't fully accept the position. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna monitor that later. But for now, we can see that the shorts we decided to take from this level. See, I choked it out initially again, and then I took a second entry, and it actually played out. So now we should see some follow through down to the 8:30 open or midnight open. I'm no longer in this position. I just wanted to mitigate the drawdown in green currently. So we will work to find another trade. What worked good here was adding so I could get out a little early. Okay, looks like we may sweep those lows like I talked about. So then now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just wait. Actually, I'm gonna take a break and hop off stream, and I will come back. I'm just gonna turn off the audio. Okay, so I'm back. Let's turn down some of this music. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, so you guys saw me take a quick loss. Then I won, recovered the loss, added to it to ultimately profit on the day. Now this would be enough to, someone could walk away from this for the end of the day, but since it's so early and there's news at 10, I am looking forward to finding another trade in a bit. So a good lesson for that trade would have been just leave the 5 point stop and be patient. I let it get stopped out at about 2.5 to 3 points. I thought it was gonna run, but once it failed to stay above that wick, that gave me confidence to re-enter. And those are kind of the trades I gotta focus more on, allowing for a turtle soup of a price action level to happen at the higher time frame PD array levels that I am looking at, the A plus levels such as previous day high, previous day low, London high, London low, midnight open, 8:30 open. Right now, I believe price is drawing to right. This level here is 8:30 open, and this yellow line right here is midnight open as well. So I believe price is drawing to midnight open. Midnight open. Make it smaller. So I think price is actually drawing. I don't even like having this box thing behind it. So I think price is drawing to midnight open. And it's also London low, so I'm gonna label that London low. London, sorry. London low. So we've got midnight open, London low down here. Clear target. We've got some equal highs right here, or equal lows to be taken out. This whole range here, or sorry, let me just do a different tool. Use a highlighter. This level here is equal lows. So we're looking for those equal lows to be taken.
Here's to deserving
So you
more.
can see
More
how
fangirling.
you essentially will create a scenario where you understand why price is drawing to certain levels. So price came in attacking these equal lows, right? Now if we fail to stay above 50% of this wick, that could mean more bullish continuation. But at this point, I just think we're building up to take those equal lows, take that midnight open, take London low, and we're waiting for a potential entry, an A plus entry down at these levels. Now there is news at 10, so I may just skip this entry for just to wait, just to see. If okay, here we go. We've hit 8:30. I normally would buy that, but since we've got midnight open London low here, obviously it's going to run further lower. So on this side of the screen, you can see, targeting those midnight open areas, London low areas. So we'll see if we get there. But we targeted 8:30. We hit that. Obviously, we took profit much earlier. The system is built on 5 points. So I try my best not to get too caught up in catching the entirety of a move. So look, we had a little bounce off 8:30. And that's probably going to trap some buyers. Let's just say hypothetically we did buy, could be up 3 points, but to get 5 points would be kind of a tall task, considering that we may just reject off of these equal lows lower. So this could be essentially a trade in a sense. But again, very specific about the trades I'm looking for. Again, that's a lower time frame. So if we go to this time frame, we could see that this is also a macro low. So that would be a B trade if you sell off of the macro low down back to these levels. Not looking to take a B trade. I want an A trade only. So the first A trade was buying off 8:30, which unfortunately, oh, excuse me, it looks like I misquoted. We weren't actually at 8:30. Maybe on the seconds chart, but not on the actual 1 minute chart or higher. So that was a misquote. So what we did was we reversed off of the equal low, we reversed off of the 910 macro low, and then we basically are still targeting 830. This 830 line's right here, as you can see. So 830 midnight open is still being targeted. So that's good to know. Let's see if we get the continuation through it. I think we will. If we're just gonna pop on over to MNQ, take a look at that. So MNQ, we're far from 830, we're far from midnight open. We're still at previous day's high, so there's still a huge sell from previous day's high potentially for MNQ, or it could actually find support there. And since ES is already in a discount, relatively speaking, it'll be more opportunistic to buy off of ES than NQ. And then an easy target would be that previous day's high that we already ran from. So using confluences, using levels, you can have some good entries. Just got to be patient and have an expectation for what you're looking for exactly. Um, if you're planning on leaving runners, then know how to manage them. In this scenario, as you saw, took that quick loss, then re-entered. Stop still was 5 points or less. Held, scaled in one, took the position off once I saw that I was recovered drawdown plus an additional profit. That's my goal. I always want to recover drawdown plus any additional profit would be nice, but recovering drawdown is the main focus. Okay, and then if I'm looking a little bit further here, just looking and seeing some other things going on. Give me one moment. Challenges are coming along nicely. Can you see this on the screen? So I'm in recovery mode on a good amount of these, but the challenges are coming along nicely. Trailing drawdown should stop on this one, and we still got a long ways to go for most of the challenges. But again, we're not in any rush. We're focusing on managing risk. May buy some more accounts with another company today, just so I can have even more accounts. Right now, trading between 15 to 20 PA accounts at any given time. I want to scale back up to 30, 40, and get back to 50. So, work in progress. Um, and we're just staying locked in. We're not getting too hyped about any specific win or loss. Just staying locked in. Yep. So let's see what else we have to offer. So now we swept midnight open London low. It's 951. This potentially would be a really good buy. Let's see what the sweep does, if it's gonna fall off the face of the earth. It looks like it's actually falling a little bit more than expected, so that's not a trade I would take at this time, especially with that 10 o'clock news release. But this is showing that if we held those sells, we would be in the money, and that's my goal. I always want to position myself to be in the money. It looks like we're running into yesterday's. There's some levels from yesterday that we're running into. Midnight open, 8:30 open down there. So everything's in alignment in a sense. MNQ had just pierced its previous day high, so the sell on there was still available. And then on ES, it was like we were down here past previous day's high, but we just had a lot more potential room to drop. Again, the B sells off macro lows would have been great as well. Maybe a sell on the retest of midnight open London low, but that happened very fast. I wouldn't buy it this time either. I'd probably just leave the market alone for a bit and then wait for another clear setup to appear. But the clearest setup occurred, and you see why I took profits early. I'm looking to mitigate the drawdown, secure some profit. There'll always be another trade, another opportunity. So it looks like potentially retesting off the macro midpoint at this point to possibly sell lower for another B trade. But that's not what I'm looking for. Like I said, I need an A trade. So maybe if we come back, retest this to sell lower, I will actually trade that. Or if we break above to buy up, I could trade that as well. And then we're going to try our best not to take any B trades. But let me get a quick screenshot of this just to document that we actually had a chance to catch the whole sell-off. It is rather important to document what you're doing every day and just to see the potential. You know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but what I'm looking for is the average and the odds. So the average and odds say that I can easily catch 5 points, and with that in mind, I can build my life around catching 5 points without being too worried about not finding 5 points. So that worked good. I'm gonna go ahead and post this in my journal real quick.